All right, peep this. Can a woman reason like a man, or can a man reason like a woman?
I tell you, all we hear from the greatest advisors and motivational speakers of all level is women work with emotion and men work with facts. But the advisors and the motivational speakers all do something wrong. They try to make the man think emotionally and make the woman work with facts. It's not possible. The whole world is going about it the wrong way. A woman's mindset cannot be changed to that of a man. Some women say they can reason like a man, right? And act like a man. If you can reason like a man, you will not have a problem with a man. Men don't have emotional problem with one another. So the fact is, men don't have emotional problem with one another. So a woman cannot reason like a man, and a man cannot reason like a woman. So, but you see, our motivational speakers, and name them, the advice they give out is all the time. They give one same advice. They keep thinking that they would lecture a man to know how to understand a woman, and then lecture a woman to know how to understand a man. You can't do that. It's not possible because we're just wasting time. So I'm bringing this to you to see if you can rub in on it, because the thought is we should throw all that idea to the bin. You can't change anything. A woman acts like a woman, and a man acts like a man. There's no advice any motivational speaker or any advisor can give that changes it. That's why, from time immemorial, before we were born, there's been a problem of a man and a woman. And when we go, the problem continues. That means nobody has been able to resolve this problem, no matter the speech. So, my conversation today is no matter what you do, you can't change a man to understand a woman, and you cannot teach a woman to understand a man. Period.
That's weird because you know this topic is actually so for everybody. Of lately, people are beginning to realize that, to be honest, you cannot actually be a woman and become a man. People are really taking it seriously.
Word.
Some podcasts have taken it upon themselves because um, they realize that these women that act like men, that pretend to act like men, they are frustrated because the way they are wired is not that way. So they are frustrated with whatever way you want to put it. So it can't actually act like a man when you're a woman.
Yeah.
It's not the hormone itself does not warrant that, but you're only forcing yourself to do it. So that leads you to frustration.
Thank
I
you.
will listen to a lot of podcasts, and they keep hammering it.
That a woman should try
Yeah.
and understand the man,
Yes.
and the man should try and understand the woman.
Yes, yes.
And they make people feel bad as if they are not listening. The bottom line is that they can say that from now to tomorrow. The fact remains that a woman cannot act like a man, and a man can never act like a woman. If you cannot act like the opposite sex, how can you understand the opposite sex? That's why you said opposites. So the fact is, some women say they are like men, and they have the spirit. They can act, and they can pretend to be a man. Yeah, that's the word pretense. You can't. That's why we should know this and don't waste further time.
You know what I wanted to say? The Westerners, yeah,
Yes.
they were the one who tried to come up with that in the aspect of feminism.
Thank you.
But now is I'm telling you now, the new podcast right now, they've realized that it's not okay. So even they're now saying that please stop the feminism. Be a woman that you are. Stop being a man.
And but you see, the fact is, yeah, many people are women, and many people obviously are men. Men and women are different. They are different species. The major thing now is, yes, they advise them to stop being a woman. A man should stop being a woman stop being a man. But this particular conversation is even deeper than that. If you advise somebody to be a woman, it's good because we should be a woman should be a woman and a man should be a man. But the deepest part of this is understanding. You see, they make women try to understand men and make men try to understand women. That's where my conversation really lies. You cannot understand a woman and a woman cannot understand a man.
So bottom line, this podcast is more or less like we should understand that men are
Men.
they are men. They think logically. It's in their hormone.
To think logically.
Yes.
Man, women think emotionally.
It's in their
System to
their
think
DNA.
emotionally.
So whichever way you want to do
You
it,
can't change it.
change it. So that's what
That's
you're
what I'm
actually,
yes, I'm
yes.
pointing on. So
Yes.
I want these
Yes.
motivational speakers, these motivational speakers
Mhm.
and people with great ideas.
Mhm.
When I listen and I hear them still trying to turn a woman to understanding a man,
Mhm.
I flick through. I just change it because I'm thinking you're not there yet.
Mm.
If you're there, you already know that you can't do this. No one has ever succeeded in doing it. That's why the woman continue being a woman and the man continue being a man. So we're rounding this up now. What we are basically saying is that please don't start wasting people's time and start trying to teach or collecting money from people, trying to make them understand a man and making a man understand a woman. It's never going to work and it's never worked. The minute we know that it would never work, the better for us, because that means when I'm dealing with you, I understand that you're not really going to understand me. So I trade cautiously. You feel me? When you're dealing with me, you understand that, hey, this man is not going to understand because he's not a woman. Then you would trade cautiously. What?
Yeah, word. And the thing is, I wanted to ask you, where they like a man be trying to be a woman physically, when they do all those things, I still believe that the physical, that is the physical aspect.
Word.
Your character, that DNA of that logic will still be there. So
So it's pointless. So please, let's be smart and let's not lead people astray, because we all know that there's no solution. The solution is be who you are, like me for who I am, and I'll like you for who you are. Don't try to act or tell me how to like you. It's my choice. So you cannot force a woman to understand a man and act like a man, or understand how men act. They can never say it because they are emotional. Then you cannot force a man to understand a woman, because a man is always about practical. A man is always about what? Facts. So fact is what we deal with.
yeah, where women are emotionally connected. And then we are moved by words.
Word.
Why you guys are moved by what you say.
What we see.
Yeah, so my point is, when we talk about this illogical and emotional, the men should also try to understand where the women are coming from.
No, you have gone back. You cannot try to understand. You see, you just went back again. You went back to the same words that motivational speakers always come, and these people of great ideas. They are trying to let people think that a man should try to understand where women are coming from. It's not possible. That's why this problem has been from time.
What I'm trying to say is, for there to be peace, yeah, when they say I don't like this, you as a person, you reason with the person. Okay, she doesn't like this. Let me work with that.
It's just your level of understanding. But the fact is, we bring errors and we quantify people by errors. What I'm trying to say is that if you say I don't like this and the man don't understand, don't judge him, because that means you're quantifying him. You're making him feel like he's not there, because he would never understand you. He would have to pretend. Listen, he would have to pretend to understand you, because he cannot understand you, because we are what? We don't think emotionally, we think with facts. But you guys think emotionally. So fact and emotion is not the same thing.
That's why there's the word understanding.
That's the simple word understanding. But understanding is what? You have to understand. You have to pretend to understand. We put a word to this.
Okay.
Word.
Word.
Word. Word.
That one. Oh.